Hey everyone, welcome to your Finance Fix. On May 19, 2025, CATL, the world's top electric vehicle battery maker, went public on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, raising a massive 35.7 billion HKD, that's about 4.6 billion USD, making it one of 2025's biggest IPOs. The stock soared over 16% on day one. Are you feeling the buzz? Stick with me as we unpack this game changer and what it means for your investments and the EV market, especially here in the US. If this gets you curious, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Let's start with the numbers. CATL, listed on May 19th in Hong Kong, pulling in 35.7 billion HKD at 26.3 HKD per share. Trading kicked off on May 20th, and the stock surged over 16% by close, showing crazy investor confidence. Compared to its Shenzhen A-share price, the Hong Kong listing was discounted by just 6.7%, way lower than the usual 10 to 20% for secondary listings. For context, NIO's 2021 Hong Kong listing had a 20% discount. According to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, this IPO doubled Hong Kong's 2025 financing total, cementing its status as a global financial hub. Industry experts say this 6.7% discount is a golden ticket for investors to jump into the EV boom. Back in 2023, CATL's A-shares were volatile, but this Hong Kong IPO drew huge institutional funds. Goldman Sachs even predicts a global new energy investment surge. Think back to Alibaba's 2021 Hong Kong secondary listing. It pulled in global investors and lifted the market. CATL's doing the same, boosting stocks like BYD and Tesla, which rose 3.2% and 2.3% on May 19th. But here's a heads up. US sanctions on Chinese new energy firms like blacklisting CATL in 2024 could spell trouble down the road. Investors, keep an eye on policy shifts. Is this 6.7% discount a buy signal for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now let's dig into CATL's prospectus. CATL isn't just any company, it's the global battery king, holding a 30% share of the EV battery market. Founded in 2011 in Ningde, Fujian, it's grown fast with over 100 projects across China, Europe, and North America. Its clients? Big names like Tesla, BYD, BMW, and Volkswagen. In 2024, CATL raked in 420 billion RMB in revenue, up 30%, and 50 billion RMB in profit, up 25%. With 1.2 trillion RMB in assets and strong cash flow, it's built to dominate. CATL's got big plans. Expanding production in Europe and North America, like its Germany plant set to churn out 100 gigawatt-hours by 2026, enough for 1 million EVs. It's also betting big on solid-state batteries, aiming for commercialization by 2030 to boost range and safety. Plus, it's eyeing smart grid storage and data center power markets. The IPO funds will supercharge its supply chain, R&D, and global brand. This expansion puts CATL head-to-head with Tesla's supply chain. Its Hungary plant, producing 100 gigawatt-hours yearly, could shake up Western dominance in Europe. In 2023, CATL teamed up with Ford to build a US battery plant, cleverly dodging some sanctions. Can CATL's tech outpace US competitors? Share your take in the comments. The IPO lit up the markets. Bloomberg News reports the Hong Kong Hang Seng Index jumped 1.49% on May 19th, with the tech index up 1.15%, thanks to CATL's debut. As 2025's biggest IPO, it's fueling optimism in new energy, lifting stocks like BYD and Tesla. CATL's ripple effect hit China's A-shares too. BYD climbed 3.2% on May 19th, showing supply chain synergy. In 2022, CATL's A-share listing sparked a new energy rally, proving its market muscle. But watch out, US sanctions like the 2024 blacklist could create long-term hurdles. Will sanctions slow CATL down? Let us know in the comments. This IPO is reshaping the EV industry. The funds will speed up battery tech R&D. BYD's planning new models with CATL batteries by 2026. Scaling up could cut battery prices 10 to 15% in 2-3 years, making EVs cheaper for Americans. New plants in Europe and North America will localize production, easing supply chain tensions. CATL's pushing for solid-state batteries by 2030 with a 500 kg prototype already in the works. Its Fujian plant uses AI to cut costs by 5%, setting a new standard. CATL's market share grew from 28% in 2023 to 30% in 2024, powering 50% of Europe's EVs. It's challenging Tesla and Panasonic, becoming the world's top battery supplier in 2024. The International Energy Agency says EVs will hit 40% of global car sales by 2030, with batteries in high demand. Tech and policy will drive this shift. CATL's rise could shift global supply chains, cutting US battery firms' edge, and boosting China's currency and energy deals. In 2024, CATL's Saudi deal supported Middle East electrification. Will CATL change your EV buying plans? Comment below. That's the scoop on CATL's blockbuster IPO. It's not just a win for China, it's shaking up the global EV game and your investments. Will CATL outshine Tesla in the battery race? Drop your predictions in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more finance updates. Catch you next time.